Hey, church and fans, your pal Big D back here with another weekly news announcement, and this is for July 28th, 2020. We are at the end of July. Wow, 7 months of this year are gone. Again, wow. So those of you new to my channel, I can do this every week where I talk about what's coming out new on Blu-ray and DVD and 4K this week and next week, and then at the end I talk about anything that's majorly announced, which was a big one announced this week. And then after that, I'll show you what I picked up last week. So this week, the 28th, which would be today, because I am filming this on the 28th, we don't have much coming out. There is Wonder Woman 4K. It's a reissue of Wonder Woman 4K Steelbook. It's got a different cover, obviously, to it. It's pretty neat, but I think this is like the third Steelbook they've done for Wonder Woman. I'm assuming that was because the fact Wonder Woman should have been out, Wonder Woman 80 should have been out this year without the virus. So I'm assuming they obviously going to put it out anyways because, you know, I got to sell it. So, but I'm assuming that's why that's coming out. Shout Factory today did release 13 Ghosts Collector's Edition and Graveyard Shift Collector's Edition. I did get both those. My 13 Ghosts showed up a couple days ago. I forgot to bring it to show you guys. I'll show it to you next week. And then Graveyard Shift should be in the mail today. So those are coming out. Also today, Apocalyptico came out. I already own that one. Great movie though. Like I've said before, the cinematography in that movie is incredible. So I would definitely check it out. And then Severin Films, but I think this is only for the people that pre-order the stuff, comes out this week, which would be Demonia, Revenge of the Living Dead, and Old Dracula. I did do a pretty sizable order for that Severin sale that was a month ago. And I still haven't even gotten a thing yet. I'm getting a little bit worried. I know they sent out something on the 15th that said that they were shipping. Still, you know, I want to get my movies, you know what I'm saying? I want to show you guys, you know, what I picked up because I'm pretty stoked at what I got. But it was kind of part of my birthday present, which was last weekend, so I kind of want to get the movies, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's what's coming out this week. Again, it's not a whole lot. I was really surprised. Next week, again, I'm telling you, the next couple weeks are going to be wallet savers for a lot of people. Next week, there's only a couple of titles coming out. We have Inception and The Town both coming out in 4K. Wow, had Tenet been out this time of the year, that would have been perfect, because it's kind of a sequel to Insurrection. So had that been out right now, what a good combo that would have been. You could have watched Insurrection 4K and then turned around to the theater and seen Tenet. That would have been really cool. But both those movies will be coming out in 4K next week, along with Best Buy does exclusive steelbooks for both those movies. We do have Jack Ryan Season 2 coming out next week, Coma coming out next week, and then Doctor Who, the Tom Baker Collection, which is all on Blu-ray. And that is literally it. There is nothing else. There's a bunch of reissue stuff that's already been available. They're just reissuing it with different stickers on it for whatever reason, but there's really not much coming out next week, so I was quite surprised. Now, with that being said, let's talk about what was announced. So announcement-wise, the big announcement is, if you haven't already read it, Back to the Future has been officially announced for 4K. It is coming out on the 20th of October. There are going to be two versions of it. There's going to be the 4K Blu-ray combo with just regular slipcover coming in a nice box set. It folds open, it looks like. Matter of fact, if you wait to the end of this video, I do have a picture of each box set. At the end of this video, you can see what they look like. So there's that set. And there's also going to be a limited edition Steelbook box set that comes out. And the cool thing about the Steelbook box set is you can kind of put all three movies side by side, and it has one long picture of the DeLorean, which looks really neat. I'm all over it. I can't wait to get that. I'm definitely going to be getting that one. There's a ton of special features, It looks like it has all the stuff from the other box that came out that's currently available. Plus, they definitely threw in a bunch of new stuff, too. So I think Universal is going to be Universal's, like, reference quality movie to be out there. This is the one they're going to be recommending to people. I think it's going to be really good because there's nothing like watching an 80s and 90s movies in 4K. Because when they rematch those things, they just look amazing and beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm sure Universal gave it a really great treatment. So, but the amenities are unbelievable. I'm really excited about this set, but that does come out the 20th of October. So, not that far away. So they finally did it. So that's that. Also, they did announce this week Star Trek Picard Season 1 will be out on the 6th of October. There's going to be the standard Blu-ray edition, a DVD edition, and there will be exclusive Steelbook, which it looks like it's not exclusive to Best Buy. I saw them taking pre-orders for it on Amazon, so it may be available a lot more places. Yeah, so with that being said, we've also got Bugs Bunny, the 80th Anniversary Collection. 80 years of Bugs Bunny. I can't even imagine what's on there. My understanding is a lot of the old stuff that Bugs Bunny did, plus some new things and a bunch of documentaries and a bunch of other things in there. That will be out on the 3rd of November, so right in time for Christmas. We also have Blue Underground's releasing Daughters of Darkness in 4K. That'll be out the 27th of October. Gosh, October's going to be a big month. But it always is because it's getting close to the holiday season. Then we also have Cats and Dogs 3 Paws United coming out the 13th of October. Kino Lorber is releasing SOS Titanic. It's a really good old school movie from the 50s, I think it was. And that'll be out the 13th of October. And then this is the one I just kind of was thumbing through Amazon's page the other day, just kind of going through some of the movies on Amazon, and I stumbled across it. I can't believe it. So Timeline, the Paul Walker movie, is coming out on Blu-ray the 15th of September. It's another one of those Paramount titles. Paramount just recently has released a bunch of their catalog stuff just randomly, and a lot of it they didn't announce. It just ended up popping up on Amazon's website. But I'm a big fan of that movie. I really do like that movie. If you've never seen it before, these guys are digging up this stuff from medieval times, and they end up falling down this thing, and they end up transporting themselves to medieval times, and they've got to take up swords, they've got to try to find their way back, and it's a really cool flick. It's one of my favorite Paul Walker movies, so I'm really stoked it's coming out finally on Blu-ray. I do have the DVD, but the DVD's okay, but to get it in 4K, I am all over. I meant 4K, but Blu-ray, I am all over it. So that was it for what was announced this week. Now I want to talk about what I did pick up last week. So I did pick up, first off, I did pick up Scoob. In 4K, of course. I really enjoyed this movie. I know this movie gets a lot of bad publicity and a lot of bad rap. You know what? It's an animated movie. If it was supposed to be awe-inspiring, then I don't know what. I mean, what are you expecting from Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo does what? He entertains. That's all he does. And I really like the movie. I think animation was really cool. I like the fact that the characters they added in, like Dino-Mutt and was it Dino-Mutt and a couple other characters. Captain Caveman. Big fan of Dino-Mutt and Captain Caveman as a kid, so to see them up on the big screen, I wasn't really big screens on my home because it never came out on theaters, but to see them up there was really neat. I think Dino-Mutt, ever since those Laugh Olympics or whatever it was back in the day, you know, but I found this movie really fun. I really did like it. I know my wife really liked it too, so she's a huge Scooby-Doo fan, and if somebody was not gonna like it, it'd be her for sure. She could cut it apart, but she didn't. She liked it, so I recommend it. I tell people, just check it out, you know, it doesn't hurt. The last thing I did pick up, I did get the Clueless new steelbook for, I think it's the 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary. Pretty cool stuff in here. Here's the inside. I think the inside's really neat. You know, all the pictures from the movie and stuff like that. I do like Clueless. I think it's a fun movie. I always have. I remember seeing this in theaters back in the day. The funny thing is, I thought this was a Best Buy exclusive, and I got this at Target. I was walking to Target the other day, and I was like, wait a minute. So I'm assuming this was just everywhere, you know. Although I didn't show you this too. The whole picture kind of takes place in the whole thing, so it's very, you know, consistent. It's neat. I found it at Target. I was quite surprised. So it came with a digital copy. I think it was like $14.99. So I picked it up. But that's all I got last week. I mean, I got a couple of small titles, but there weren't anything new releases. There were some old stuff. I actually did some hunting. I went to a thrift store for the first time in 6 months. It was the first time in 6 months with the thrift store. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little scared, just because the thrift store and with the virus going around, stuff like that, I was a little hesitant, but the thrift store that I went into, they were awesome. They were limiting people going in. Everybody had to wear masks. They cleaned, the place was very clean. They did a really good job. They had sanitizing stuff set up and stuff like that, so that helped out a little bit. But it's the first time I went hunting, and I actually did pick up 4 movies, which I'll show you guys probably later this week, or maybe next week I'll do a whole pickups video for it. But I did pick up 4 movies. They were all DVDs, but they were good stuff. 2 of them were out of print, so I was pretty stoked on that. But it was weird. I got to tell you, it was weird going back in to do actual hunting. Now, I've done hunting, like, if you want to call it in Target or Best Buy or something like that since this whole thing started, but I actually haven't gone into a thrift store. I avoided most of them just because I wasn't sure going on. The thrift store that I went to, they just recently opened. They've been closed this whole time. They just recently, about a week ago, finally reopened. They got I guess they got situated where they felt safe enough. Now, I live in a town in California that's just been put on that list. We are officially on the governor's list in this state now. So everything in my town is shutting back down again. So, but, and I don't know if they're going to be open anymore, but it was fun. It was really fun to be able to go back into a thrift store, even for a brief little time there, you know, and hunt around and start looking for movies again. It was fun. I'd forgotten how much I missed it. Although I can say this, I'm a big fan of masks. I have no problem wearing masks, but man, hunting can be a little bit difficult because with masks, because my glasses were fogging up, I'm trying to read the titles. So that was interesting, but I'm willing to do that. No problem. If it means me and my family can be safe, I'm in. But it was definitely an experience. Like I said, I'd forgotten how much I'd really missed going out and hunting. I really do. It's like I was saying, my birthday was Sunday. And what I usually do for my birthday is my wife takes me out. We usually go to San Jose, which is about 40 miles away from our house. We usually go to Rasputin, my favorite used movie place. We go to Rasputin, and I'll trade in some movies, and I'll get a bunch of new movies. Then we usually hit a couple of Dollar Trees. Then we'll go around to a couple other places. Then we usually hit the drive-in that night. We'll kick back, watch the movie at the drive-in, and go to a really good dinner. And we usually do that every year, and this year we didn't. So it was a rather interesting. But I still went out and did hunting, because I did go to the thrift store Sunday on my birthday, because I was like, I got to at least do something. So, but it was fun. I was glad to do it. Yeah, it was just an interesting thrill. And I'm curious, leave me some comments down below. If any of you guys actually gone at the thrift stores. Now, I'm not talking Dollar Trees. I'm not talking actual used thrift stores. Have you been hunting any of those lately? And do you guys have any of the same feelings that I did? Or you've been scoring anything? My thought was that people have been buying movies left and right. I keep reading these reports of people talking about, like, oh, movies are selling, physical media is selling. I walk into Target, Walmart, and their physical media sections are always like ransacked, in the last few months. People are buying physical media. So my thought was, and I'm hoping that I'm right, but my thought was, as everything starts to open back up, we start to get more into normalcy again, which I know is still gonna be a long time, that those people will start donating those movies because they're not gonna need them anymore. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So if they do, I'm assuming that if that does happen, that the thrift store should get a lot of movies. That's kind of what I feel like gonna happen, but I'm not really sure. We'll see. So do apologize, I'm rambling a little bit here, but that is it. That's for this week. Next week was announced, and what I picked up and everything else. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Click the like button if you enjoyed the video. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos by me, Big D. Click the bell that'll notify when we put up new videos. And again, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please be safe out there. Please take care. Wear a mask. I know it's a little bit cumbersome, but it really does save lives. So with that, thank you again. Everybody live long and prosper. Always keep hunting, I'm going to say, and take care.